One of the greatest cartoons of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender, is finally making a comeback. Fans have been waiting for years and years, but guess what? A new leak online reveals all that waiting may have been for naught. It turns out that a woke rule had them change almost all the voice actors, and is going to turn this would-be cash cow into another wasted opportunity. It appears Aang and the gang were sacrificed for a woke era already gone by. Hello folks, hello fans, welcome back yet again. Boy, do we have a video for you, and you gotta see this one. Another IP sacrificed, another way to make easy money gone down the drain. It could be one of the last sacrifices of the woke era. As we dive in, click the like button and take a look at this out of Gizmodo. Somehow Paramount's Avatar movie has leaked. Twitter's penchant for leaks now includes Paramount's Avatar: Aang the Last Airbender, which isn't out until October. Now, I've seen some of these leaks, and they're not good. They're not good indeed. Justin Carter writing this one. A second movie leak has hit the month of April, this time for the retitled Avatar: Aang the Last Airbender. On Saturday night, a Twitter user claimed they were accidentally sent the entire animated film via email. That's tough to do, I would say. It's a large file. We won't share it here, but the user posted 2 clips featuring the adult Team Avatar and its main villain. At time of writing, they're both still up and have racked up a sizable amount of interactions. They're not up anymore. We'll show you that. Because Paramount hasn't shown anything from the movie yet, it's tough to ID how real these are, but the poster and other comments stand by this being real. We believe it absolutely is. Now, this has been developed by Flying Bark and made for Paramount, and you'll remember that this is something that was moved from theatrical by the Ellisons to streaming only. And having seen the clips, I think I know why, but let's read this. Animation Magazine has it, and this is back from December of last year. The Legend of Aang, which now has a new name, pulled from theatrical calendar under Paramount exclusive deal with Avatar Studios. Mercedes Milligan wrote this one, and a lot of people thought, well, this is just to prop up Paramount Plus, right? No, think again. I believe this is a case of ultra wokeism, and the Ellisons, who now have this, saying, nope, we're not putting that in movies. We are not going to be punished for a woke direction you all took this in. Free money. This is one of the most popular cartoons of all time. All they had to do was bring back the voice actors. That's all you had to do. But they couldn't do it. You know why they couldn't do it? They couldn't do it because their woke sensibilities say that you must play a character of the race which you in real life are. And that means they had to get rid of all of the beloved actors from Avatar. And so here's what it said back then. Paramount Plus today announced its expansion of its Avatar universe with the animated feature film, The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, and new 2D series Avatar 7 Heavens, both from the Avatar Studios, slated to debut on the platform. These new offerings join The Legend of Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender, with the original series ranking among Nielsen's top 100 most streamed titles during 17 of 139 weeks since its debut on Paramount Plus in March of 2023. It's one of the big reasons people go to Paramount Plus. So you would think that this turned into a movie and then put on Paramount Plus would be a win. Win times win. But guess what? They pulled the wind out of its sails. After having seen the clip, and you can see it says this post is unavailable, they've taken it down. After having seen the clip, I wrote, without the original cast, this is a giant waste of money and art. The animation is beautiful. It looks like it might have a good story. But I'm here to tell you, the voice acting is bad. It's really bad. You can't hear it now. The clip is gone, but it's bad. It's bad because these characters don't sound like the characters they were, and that's not going to work. This is a situation where woke demands have reared their ugly head again, and it's going to cost Paramount millions and millions and millions of dollars. Why? Because all they had to do was put the same actors back in the same roles and say, screw you, wokus, and your demands. We're not going to stand for it. We're going to put the actors that everybody loves, we're going to put them back in the roles. And they could have done that. And I don't care if the voice actors, the original voice actors, if they pretend now that they're angry, I don't care if they pretend that, we're fully in favor of being recast and kicked out of the club. I don't care what they say. If I'm Paramount, then there is no doubt that I would have pulled this out of theatrical as well, because people have an expectation that these characters will sound like they did, and they don't. And the actors they're aged up, right? That's perfect. because now they're playing adults. So it's perfect. And instead, they don't sound like themselves, and that's game over. And it's game over because of woke demands. From Tornado, Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender movie leaks online, revealing major plot details and cast additions. And it goes on to talk about from Josh Wilding. Over the weekend, around 3 minutes of footage from the long-delayed Avatar movie leaked online, along with claims that the entire movie had somehow been unearthed. It says clips have been removed. That's correct. It says, quote, this media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. Yep. And let's see. The videos were live for nearly 12 hours, racked up over 100,000 likes. But the response from fans was mixed. Now, why was it mixed? Well, they're not going to tell you the real reason it was mixed. It's mixed because the voices don't sound right. This is how simple it is if you want to make money. You have a property. You have all the people that you could ever desire to bring back. And by the way, because Aang was such a young voice at the time, you could actually recast Aang and you're okay. I don't want to be mean to the voice actor, but you could do that. But Katara, you can't. You really can't. And Toph, you definitely can't. Those need to be played by the same people. And they've decided not to do that. Why? Because you can't be white and play somebody who's not even from a real Asian country, but depicts somebody of quasi-Asian mythology. You can't do it. Not allowed, say the wokies. However, you can be a white female director, and it's no problem being in charge of this. And isn't that the case? Isn't that the case that it's always the white liberal females that get to be in charge still? Isn't that the case? Funny that, isn't it? It goes on to say, a screenshot of the credits, meanwhile, confirms that Ke Kwan is playing Avatar Jean. Cool. With Ken Jeong playing the infamous cabbage merchant. The ancient airbender mentioned above is named Taga and played by Dave Bautista. How does Dave Bautista get to play it, but you can't have the originals? Don't know. I have no idea how Dave Bautista gets to play inside this quasi-Asian world. I have no idea. Could it be because this is stupidity? Yes, that is the case. All of this with this casting. And I love Ke Kwan. I love everything he's in. And I love the original Avatar, The Last Airbender. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I think it's amazing. Folks, the reason they pulled this, I believe, the reason they pulled this out of theatrical is because Paramount looked at this and said, this is going to be a complete cluster cuss. This is going to be a complete S show. Folks, I'm being kind. I'm censoring myself, but this is the level. This is garbage. Why? Because they did stupid things to appease a woke audience that does not exist. And we've seen this time after time after time. And now, having seen the thing, it is obvious. Why in the world are we spending all this money, all of this effort, all of these artists to create something that one simple mistake is going to throw the brakes on all of it? And there are 2 other films apparently that they're trying to put out. All of it's going to go to Paramount Plus. Why? Because the Ellisons have enough sense to say no. And this has been part of this whole voice actor wokeification that still hasn't gone away. There are so many voice actors right now who think their job is to be an agenda driver, not to drive entertainment. And there are so many people in the cartoon industry who right now view themselves kind of like video games, where they believe their job is to push propaganda. No, your job is to produce content that people will love and enjoy and watch over and over again. And if it's the box office, it's to sell those tickets for the theaters. And if it's on streaming, it's to get eyeballs on the screen. I mean to tell you that having seen The Legend of Aang name changed, this will do neither. And at least the Ellisons figured out early on enough, this was going to be a disaster. A disaster of the making of the creators, liberal woke women, woke white women who think they can be in charge, but they'll be in charge also of making sure the white dudes are nowhere near it. And darn it, if you're not at the top, you can't play guitar. No, you're not like us. You're not the boss of it all. You're not a liberal white woman. All right, folks, that's enough. We got to get out of here, but another one bites the dust. And boy, this is not going to go well. Paramount saving themselves a lot of pain, a lot of grief by keeping it off of the silver screen. Way to go, Ellisons. Good choice on this one. I have already seen enough. Will we do a review? You betcha. But I'm not looking forward to it now, having seen the clip. All right, folks, click the like button. Drop a comment down below. Let us know, is this one of the last times we're going to have this situation arise? We'd love to hear from you. The Pro Show is coming out in just a few. Hang tight. We'll get to it. We're going to be talking about Mandalorian Grogu, another one of these kinds of situations. This time, the box office looking deadly, and that might be just what Paramount was trying to avoid with this one. Until the next time, we have the pleasure, the privilege, and the responsibility of spending time together. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.